As many of you know, the past month I've been traveling all over Java, Indonesia, seeing family, visiting amazing places, and eating great food. I was honestly really excited to come back home though, because I had been traveling for a month now, and as lame as it sounds, I'm kind of a homebody. I was also excited to ride this wave of inspiration out and start creating more content that I was really excited about. But then this happened. 4 days before leaving the country, I had gotten a bug bite on my ankle, which was no biggie. I had gotten many bug bites before, and especially in Indonesia, it's very common to get mosquito bites. It's almost like the mosquitoes know that I am allergic to them, and they just want to have fun watching the biggest reaction happen. Unfortunately, this bug bite was on my ankle, so even though I didn't scratch it, it still was getting inflamed because of how you have to move your joints when you're walking. But this wasn't the first time that I had experienced something like this. Back in college, I had the same thing and I just limped my way through it. So I figured, while I'm still on vacation, I only have a few days left, I might as well just make the most of it and push through. And when I get home, hopefully I'll just be able to rest and it'll heal fast. Well, long story short, within 2 days, the bug bite ended up swelling so much that it engulfed my whole entire foot. I couldn't walk, I couldn't even move it at all, I couldn't flex it or point it, it was just stuck in one position. The plane rides were honestly pretty tough because I couldn't really elevate my foot and it just got even more swollen. Eventually, I finally made it back home and it's time to heal. I'm not gonna do anything, I'm just gonna rest my foot. I've learned my lesson. Hopefully I'll get better in a few days. After 6 days, the swelling finally went down and I decided I should start to try to walk again. So I put a little bit of pressure on my foot and it hurt so bad. I had never really felt this feeling before. It was almost like really sharp needles were just stabbing the bottom of my foot whenever I put a little bit of pressure on it. When I told my doctor about it, he said that I probably have plantar fasciitis. I hope I'm saying that right. He said that he had bad news and that it was going to take a while to heal, but if I kept stretching, eventually it would get better. I came home feeling down because I wasn't sure how long the healing process was going to take. Also, when I got home, I found out that one of my roommates was sick and my other roommate had sprained her ankle. So both of us were on crutches at this point. We all had plans for this month. We all had things going on in our life that we were looking forward to that came to a screeching halt because of our injuries or health. For example, I had planned to shoot more videos, visit friends and family that I haven't seen in a while, and I even had a camping trip planned out in the next few weeks. So I needed to get better as fast as possible. So I stretched, rested, stretched again, and rested, and you know the drill. During this time, I was able to edit and post my first official YouTube video that I shared with everyone that was willing to watch, and I was feeling really excited for what was to come. I was overwhelmed by the amount of support, kind comments, and messages I got from both my friends and old friends that I haven't talked to in many, many years, even some strangers. Sam, we should cook. No, we're just about this microwave life. Oh my gosh, wait! Let me move the plastic. Oh, okay. Wait, how many tacos do you think that is? I also need to go grocery shopping. I need to make scoodle. Yeah.
I think this all so it takes 5 years. Or I should say 5 years.
Did you do something wrong?
Maybe I shouldn't use a knife.
Oh, the bow!
I'm not trying to get the whole pot.
I have an idea.
Wow. Hey, are you okay?
But as one does, a few days later, I started to overthink and get stressed about how I couldn't film the things that I wanted to while on crutches. I started to get antsy and feel very uninspired after being stuck in this apartment all day. During this time, I've been reflecting a lot about how I got into this situation and what I can do to make the most out of it, even though it feels like I'm just stuck in this place and I can't do the things I want to do. And I think one big takeaway that I want to remember from this time is that the one thing you cannot outsmart is your body and its health. There is no cheat code that allows you to ignore your body and its signals and come out of it healthy. Like, sure, you might be able to do that for a while, but eventually it'll catch up to you. Health is wealth. That is something that I want to prioritize this year. I would say I was a pretty healthy and strong kid. I was very active and I almost felt like my health was invincible. I could run out in the cold and I wouldn't get sick, or spend all my energy outside and I still wouldn't feel that tired compared to the adults. And I always thought it would stay like that. I thought, I'll never let my body become weak like these adults around me. And I guess life really humbled me, because as time went on, I started to get more sick. I remember my freshman year of college, I was honestly more sick than I was healthy, and that was a major shock for me. I had never been sick so much in my life before. And when I went back for summer break, I experienced dizziness on a whole nother level. Every single day it would get bad. So at this point, all the triggers that I had been tracking and that doctors were telling me about and people were saying, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, they all went out the door, because I was like, I don't have any finals. I'm not stressed out because of school. I'm literally just staying home. I didn't really understand why I was getting worse. That summer, I went to so many doctor appointments and got so many tests done. I got brain scans, heart checks, went to ear doctors, and all the tests would come back negative. One thing that I learned from this experience is that you have to advocate for your own health. So for the past 4 years, I've been paying a lot more attention to my body. I've been tracking things and trying to understand my symptoms better, learn more vocabulary about how I could describe my symptoms other than feeling dizzy. I even put together a whole Notion page about my health history in order to clearly explain it to the doctors when I went to them. But I found that every single time I tried to bring up that I had this list, this golden list that I had made with everything on it, hoping that the doctors would be able to find something, no one wanted to see it. I was met with, let's check your medical history. They weren't listening. And I was really disappointed by that reaction. There were so many appointments where I came out of it just crying because I was so angry and so disappointed, because I had set an appointment about 2 months before because they had no availability. For the whole 2 months, I would look forward to this appointment thinking, this is it. This is my big break where I figure my health out, and I would come out of it feeling unheard, misunderstood, and not cared for. But this year, as I've mentioned in my past video, I decided to commit myself to seeking better health. And the reason I made this channel was because I wanted to just document my journey to becoming the best version of myself. I don't really have a clear idea of what that looks like yet. Someday I'll be able to look back on this journey and everything will be worth it. A lot of people also are in a place where they don't know what the heck is going on in their life. I think that's okay. Yeah, I guess I'll take you guys along the many journeys that I'm on, whether it be health, career, personal growth. I hope that people would be able to feel encouraged to also make the most of their journey instead of stopping because they're overwhelmed by not knowing what to do next. It's okay. Not everyone has it figured out, and not everyone has known they wanted to be a nurse since they were 5. Some people, me included, have only just begun thinking about what they actually want to do in life, and I've told myself that that's okay. I'm young and I have time to figure it out. At the doctor's, about to go into my ENT appointment. So hopefully now that I have learned a lot more about myself and can explain things better and I'm older, we'll be able to figure it out. So that appointment actually went really well. Even though I didn't get a definitive answer, it was encouraging. I've had a few appointments like this year where I really felt heard, and that has been really nice. I think it just takes a doctor listening and not rushing through your appointment to kind of change your perspective on the system and to see it realistically instead of as someone who has just felt hurt by it. It's given me a lot to think about, so I'll touch on that in a different video, but for now, yeah, things are looking up. Instead of being afraid of the next thing I try not being my end goal, I just want to try things out and see how it goes. And so I guess this has just kind of been on my mind lately. And although it's not the video that I had planned for or envisioned, this is real and this is part of my journey. And so if you guys have been feeling like you've been in a rut, or you feel like all your plans have just been thrown out the window and you feel like you don't know what to do and you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, you're not alone, and I know that there's probably so many other people feeling the same way as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. I feel so lied to my whole life.
Huh?
I always thought mahi-mahi was tuna.
Oh, so it's not?
Mm-mm.
That's funny.
What is the tuna that's really popular that people always get?
The red one?
Yeah, the one that's seared, you know?
Seared?
Yeah, when they sear it at restaurants and then it's like
Ahi tuna.
ahi.
Oh, you think it's mahi? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oh, never mind. I haven't been lied to my whole life. I'm just stupid.
No, that makes sense. That you would think that. Okay, I didn't draw that connection.